You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
The first ever blizzard warning issued by San Diego's National Weather Service just took effect for the San Bernardino County Mountains. And for San Diego, a lot more rain is on the way here. Thanks for joining us at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Irampour. Yeah, that blizzard warning was like,
Unreal.
wait, what?
Oh.
But it's the nature of this storm. So yeah, the National Weather Service here in San Diego's never had to do that before. I never had to find a blizzard icon.
I didn't know it was even possible.
In our graphics, but we have them.
Now we've got it.
Let's show you where this is taking effect. You'll notice that orange. That's the blizzard warning for Southern California mountains. I mean, this is further north from San Diego County itself, but it is an area monitored by our local weather service office. We have a winter storm warning, area flood watches. Right now, you'll notice that snow is coming down. Idlewild, further up north as well. Of course, Big Bear getting dumped on. And what we're going to start to see is more snow and rain headed our way. For now, you'll notice it's just picking up a little in North County. So you'll notice a little bit near Camp Pendleton, San Clemente into Fallbrook, Valley Center, Escondido, lighter drizzle activity along the foothills of our mountains just to the east of Santee along the 8. Starting to see a little more moisture popping up there. And snow flurries, they're fairly light for now in places like Pine Valley. But it's about to get very heavy for you. The rain and snow mix, it's coming later on this afternoon. So we'll time it out, let you know how much and for how long it's going to last, all in your full forecast in just a few minutes.
We want to get to our top story here this morning. We are learning more about a former San Diego State football player who has been charged with one count of child pornography.
This came to light because prosecutors were searching for evidence related to gang rape accusations against several SDSU football players. CBS 8's Chris Groh joining us live from the Hall of Justice now with these details. Good morning, Chris.
And of course, we are talking about 20-year-old Nolan Iwaliko, who was arrested yesterday and has since been bonded out of jail. He is facing that one felony charge there of possession of child pornography. Now, take a look at your screen. This is that picture of Nolan Iwaliko. Now, that charge was filed after investigators found pictures on an iCloud account showing a, quote, prepubescent child being sexually exploited. Now, they were searching for evidence related to that gang rape accusations that were made against several SDSU football players, and that included Iwaliko. Now, we know this after several search warrants related to that case were unsealed. These newly unsealed search warrants show that a 17-year-old girl went to authorities 2 days after she alleges she was raped while attending an off-campus party at SDSU on the night of October 16th, 2021. A 17-year-old girl, identified in the warrants as Doe, told police originally that she believed she was sexually assaulted by a man named Danny, claiming, quote, Danny walked Doe into a room where approximately 4 to 8 males were inside. She says that she was sexually attacked by at least 3 males, which she believed was videotaped, adding that she was in and out of consciousness at that point and her memory was hazy. At a follow-up interview more than a week later, Doe then told investigators she believed that who she originally thought was Danny was actually Matt, claiming that she did not remember if Matt participated in anything because she was facing away from him. That, of course, referring to former SDSU punter and Buffalo Bill punter Matt Ariza. Now, the search warrants also reveal the results of a sexual assault exam conducted on Doe, which included bruising, but the doctor found in the report that it did not confirm nor refute the claims made by Doe. Now, DNA tests from the victim's SART exam and clothing indicated multiple men had sex with her, but the samples could not identify them because the results lacked sufficient information. Now, those court documents go on to reveal a lot more about, of course, those gang rape accusations, but you have to remember the district attorney, having seen all of that, chose not to file criminal charges against those who were alleged to have taken part in this alleged gang rape. However, there is still a civil suit that is ongoing, and then now, of course, this separate case, I should say, involving Nolan Iwaliko of possession of child pornography. Of course, we're going to follow the very latest developments in both cases, including potentially when Iwaliko will first be in court. Eric and Netta.
All right, Chris Groh, thank you for breaking that down here. Now, for the first time ever, the San Diego National Weather Service issued that blizzard warning for San Bernardino County. And you'll look here on your screen, the snow in Big Bear. Look how much. Oh, my goodness. Skiers and snowboarders booking their trips, I'm sure. The National Weather Service in Los Angeles also issued a blizzard warning for the first time since 1989. Now, the Weather Service confirming that's either light snow or graupel that you'll notice top right of your screen. That's the Hollywood sign. So, yeah, that is a rare
Graupel hitting the Hollywood
sight
sign
to see. And as we've been talking about all week, graupel is that new fun term we've been saying.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a snowflake with the rain that freezes around it. So you can call it light snow, too. Here at home, the snow is continuing to fall in Julian.
Yeah, we're going to take a live look at downtown Julian, where you can see the Main Street blanketed in white here. This looks so nice, doesn't it? Some businesses closed early yesterday to prepare for the heavy snowfall expected throughout the weekend. Many San Diegans actually headed out there to see it yesterday, and they told us it's pretty unbelievable. This is still Southern California.
It's a blessing that it's just an hour and 30 minutes away, and you can just be here. And my husband said, okay, don't worry. He's like, if it gets pretty crazy, you are just like out of there like in 15 minutes, so you're good. He's like, go.
He's pretty excited, right? If you plan to visit, the roads can be dangerous. Make sure to bring your chains for your tires, pack extra clothes, snacks, as well as a flashlight. Several school districts in East County are once again closed today due to the winter weather. That includes Julian Elementary, Julian High School, Mountain Empire Unified, and Spencer Valley school districts.
And this morning, SDG&E is preparing for the possibility of widespread power outages as another storm with wind and rain expected to roll in.
Yeah, this week, a lot of customers lost power due to the weather conditions. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol live in Kearney Mesa with more on how we can all prepare for this. Dana Marie.
Well, good morning. We know SDG&E has announced that they are going to initiate more crews than normal just to make sure they're prepared for any further winds during this winter storm. Now, taking a look at the current outage map right now, we see two happening. One in Palomar Mountain that's affecting 200 customers, also in the Lake Henshaw area, and then just a little bit west of that, Valley Center, Rincon, Puma Valley, it's affecting 96 customers. And these power outages started just around 5:30 this morning. So again, keep an eye on those outages. This is a really good reference and resource for you if something goes out in your area. Now, SDG&E did give some safety tools and advice when this happens. They say if you see a downed power line or damaged electrical equipment, always assume it's energized, never touch it. Call 911 and SDG&E at 800-411-SDG&E to report it. Now, if a person has come in contact with a power line, don't touch them. Call 911 immediately. In terms of preparing your home, secure any loose outdoor items like umbrellas, patio furniture, and garbage bins to prevent them from flying away and damaging power lines. They also say have a plan and kit with essential supplies. Keep a battery-operated radio and flashlight handy just in case that power goes out. Check batteries now to make sure that equipment works, and don't rely purely on candles for lighting. If you rely on electrically operated medical equipment for your health, make sure you have backup power arrangements just in case. Now, drive safely during storm conditions. The number of cars hitting transformers or power poles increase, they say, so be sure to slow down and allow more time for braking, especially if there's crews out there all along main and major roads. You're going to see SDG&E responding hopefully quicker than normal, they say, as more crews are initiated. We're going to keep an eye on that outage map all morning long. I'm Dana Marie McNichol coming to you live from Kearney Mesa.
Dana Marie, thank you. And this morning, some parks and trails are closed in the city of San Diego due to all this weather. That includes Maple Canyon, Choyas Lake, Los Penasquitos Preserve, and Mission Trails Regional Park. The city says they will reopen once the storm passes. We want to see the weather where you live or potentially any damage that you've had. It's safe for you to take these photos. If it is, be sure to get out there and share those with us. You can share them on the CBS 8 app. You just go to the Near Me section at the bottom and you click the Share With Us button, and we'd love to share your weather photos. It's been interesting to see some folks getting graupel snow for the very first time here in San Diego County.
Learning the word graupel for the very first time too. Yeah, we've seen that in San Diego. We've seen the hail and yes, the snow. We also have our beaches, of course. So much has been happening in the weather world. We've barely been able to talk about the conditions in the water, but of course it's been rainy, the runoff. You're being asked to avoid going in due to bacteria levels, and it's just really choppy. The storm does not really help out out when it comes to calm ocean conditions. So it's best to just kind of observe it from afar. As we look right now, observing our radar here, you'll notice plenty of activity to the north. Right now it's pretty light though for most of San Diego County, and it's starting to get a little bit heavier right there. It looks like near Camp Pendleton, San Clemente, further south into Fallbrook, Valley Center. There you go. Palomar, you're seeing a few more snow flurries coming your way. Same with Pine Valley. And then the rain is already picking up along the foothills and the mountains. So what you're seeing there would be the very beginning of what's coming, the next round. This next storm system comes with an atmospheric river, so moisture is going to be even more intense. Look at the snow report. Local mountains here. Mount Laguna, 22 inches. We're looking at Palomar, 12. Julian got 10 inches of snow. Pine Valley got 3 inches. Now some of these spots, you're about to get another foot added on to what you've already seen. So get ready for it. It's not going to be as cold of a system. We won't see snow levels down to 2,000 feet, but above 4,000. Still really impressive. Look at Bear Mountain, 37 inches of snow. Big Bear Lake, 12 to 18. Wrightwood, 3 to 6. Idlewild, 5. These numbers were the official ones from the Weather Service as of last night, and now we're going to see that really start to increase. Our rain totals, they're okay. Valley Center seems to be the winner there, but you'll notice Poway just a half inch. Downtown, barely much, 1/10 of an inch. So let's time out the rain that's coming. For the morning, do your activities this morning if you can. Clean up a little bit of the leaves that are probably tossed around your yard because by this afternoon, 4 p.m. or so, it'll pick up. You'll see a lot of activity in North County first, and then overnight, really while a lot of people are sleeping, you'll hear the sounds of that loud rain. 4 a.m., 5 a.m. tomorrow, this model showing that's when it really gets intense, and it stays intense through the noon hour on Saturday, all the way through the afternoon. It'll still be pretty heavy, and all of that is snow that's also coming. So as I mentioned, it's an area of low pressure tapping into an atmospheric river, which is why we're expecting to see even more rain. So the flooding potential is there. That's why there's that aerial flood watch. Here's a quick check of traffic this morning, and noticing a couple incidents. There was a crash on the 78 on the westbound side there in Oceanside. It does not look to be slowing you down, and then I want to get right to this one here because that could cause a bit of a backup. The lane is blocked on the 5 southbound. That's right where it comes together with the Coronado Bridge. So just a heads up there, if you're headed 5 south, need to get on the bridge. That could block you a little bit until they clear the scene. Eric?